Welcome. I just want to say quickly, we had a discussion about how we never open the blinds in this room, and wouldn't it be nice if we did, and now I kind of know why we don't, so we'll enjoy the setting sun. Welcome, Asheville, to tonight's organizational meeting. And I apologize somewhat for the delay for anyone watching this in another room or on TV. We were delayed because we had some technical difficulties. And let me also just say, for anyone who's in the overflow room, please come up after the ceremony is concluded, and there'll be an opportunity for us to visit and hugs and kisses and all that. Before we begin our regular meeting immediately after this, we are going to begin. We have the Junior ROTC here, Marine Corps from Asheville High School. I sort of see them. They are here. Come forward, please. And we're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you want to stand at the microphone there and lead us in the pledge. On your start.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wait, before you go, you have to tell us your names. Mayor Bellamy always taught me that. You got to give us your names and tell us what grade you're in.
Cadet Corporal Dylan Hullapa, 10th grade.
Thank you.
Cadet Corporal Stevie Workla, 11th grade.
Thank you. And we have a special guest here to sing the national anthem for us, Rick Ledford. If you could come forward, and we're going to need to rise again and face our flag while we hear the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
My own rabbi is here tonight, and I cannot see her, but she's about to stand up. There she is. Rabbi Mary has agreed to be a part of our ceremony tonight by providing us with an invocation. Thank you. Please come on forward. And let me just ask, is it going to be okay to stand that way for visually? Okay, all right. Which, the camera situation. No, you're fine to stand at the podium and look out. Yes.
It's one thing to hear the call to service. It's another to heed that call. Today we gather with tremendous gratitude to Esther Mannheimer, who answered that call to be Asheville's next mayor, and to Cecil Bothwell and Gordon D. Smith, who have renewed their service as city council members, and to Gwen Whistler, who begins her service in city council today. In this sacred task, O God, help all of them to continue to listen to the citizenry of Asheville speaking their truths. And may they work to answer us with compassion, opportunity, and justice. May they continue to listen to the leaders of our community, even and especially when there is discord. And may they respond with voices of reason, with words that speak of harmony and rekindle in us our shared purpose, our common destiny. May they continue to listen to the voice of their own conscience and answer their convictions with acts of brave and visionary leadership that move our city forward. God, help them to listen, help them to respond, and help them to lead so that their service will make Asheville an example of how, in a complex, pluralistic, democratic society, we can all work together to be a beacon of light, a city that proves we can be everything that our nation's founders and our heritage call us to be, a place where each and every man, woman, and child can flourish and our common aspirations and dreams be realized. Kain Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will. V'kein Yehi Ratzonenu, and may this be our will as well. Amen.
At this time, Judge Alan Thornburg is with us and will administer the oaths of office.
Anyone you'd like to have up here with you?
So this reminds me to tell you to turn off your cell phones. If my family could join me.
Mr. Harris. Mr. Manheim. Raise your right hand. Do you, Esther Elizabeth Manheimer, solemnly and sincerely swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith? And will you faithfully discharge the duties of your office as mayor of the city of Asheville? So help you God.
I do.
Congratulations. Bothwell.
I think I'd like my campaign team representatives to come on up here. Affirm, yes.
Do you, Cecil Bothwell, solemnly and sincerely affirm that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith? And will you faithfully discharge the duties of your office as council member of the city of Asheville?
I affirm that.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Rachel, will you place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand? Do you, Gordon Dean Smith, solemnly and sincerely swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and will you faithfully discharge the duties of office of council member of the City of Asheville, so help you God?
I do and I will.
Congratulations. Do you, Gwen Colleen Whistler, solemnly and sincerely swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and will you faithfully discharge the duties of your office as a council member for the City of Asheville, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Next, we are here now at this point in the agenda to honor Mayor Terry Bellamy. And I've asked Jan Davis, I've got to get used to the new seating arrangement here. I was going to look over here for Jan. I've asked Jan Davis to please do us the honor of reading the resolution, and we will join Jan in that effort.
Terry, I'm not sure whether you made me cry or I made you cry, but we'll try it again. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to read this, because that those of you who follow this and have no life at all, follow us closely, know that Terry and I have been seatmates for 10 years now, and for the better part of that. And I'm going to miss you terribly, and I think the city's going to miss you terribly, but we're going to try to get along with what happened and before and where we're going, and you've had a lot to do with those things. So this council is very appreciative. Whereas Terry M. Bellamy became Asheville's first African-American mayor on December 5th, 2005, and whereas from December 7th, 1999 to December 4th, 2001, and December 2nd, 2003 to December 5th, 2005, Terry served as a councilwoman. And whereas on December 4th, 2001, her fellow council members elected her as vice mayor, and whereas Terry has shown by many years of experience her enthusiasm and dedication to public service and her ability to function as an effective leader, and whereas Terry untiringly devoted over 14 years to the City of Asheville during a period of time that numerous projects were initiated through her leadership, which will continue to have a revitalizing and growing impact on the City of Asheville far beyond her term of office, in particular her dedication to promote affordable, safe housing for all, her commitment to the needs of the elderly, people with disabilities, veterans, children, and economically disadvantaged, her commitment to bringing the best quality of education and safety to the youth, her commitment to minority representation and consistency in board terms for for Asheville's various boards and commissions, and her advocacy for sustainable initiatives. And whereas Terry has served the community with distinction in a long list of public appointments and offices, demonstrating always her willingness to place her concern for the public good ahead of her personal interests, and whereas Terry also served the City of Asheville by her appointments to several state and federal commissions, including the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's Local Government Committee, the Governor's Logistic Task Force, co-chair of the U.S. Conference of Mayors Hunger and Homelessness Task Force, the French Broad Water Resources Study Committee, and many others too numerous to mention. And whereas Terry has been a powerful influence for good in the growth and progress of the community, and whereas Terry has demonstrated in many practical ways her deep and genuine love for this city and the surrounding area, now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Asheville that the members of the Asheville City Council hereby express their gratitude to Terry M. Bellamy for the service she has rendered to her community, and that this resolution be entered into the minutes of the Asheville City Council and a copy be presented to Ms. Bellamy. Read and approved and adopted the 10th day of December 2013, and it's signed by Mayor Esther E. Mannheimer and the rest of council. And before we let you have the microphone again, we have an assortment of various mementos of your time on council, and some of it came from the vault. Those of you who don't know what the vault is, it's a secret place.
Evidence locker?
Yes, evidence locker that Maggie has the keys to, or the combination to, and guards and protects with vigor. And to get things out of the vault, you got to be pretty good. So this is a lot of stuff, and I think Mayor Mannheimer, if you will present these things.
First, we have a plaque, gavel, appreciation, and your nameplates from when you were at City Council, and Vice Mayor, and of course, Mayor. And I believe that is a DVD of the portrait painting ceremony. And then in that box, well, you'll have to find out. It's in that box.
Yeah, let's open the box. That actually is the thing that came from the vault. And again, it's really hard to get stuff out of the vault, especially if you're a council member. They protect the vault from us.
Just litter in it.
Is a beautiful cross pin that probably is the most, if you consider her hours and time and all that, probably the most expensive cross pin in the city of Asheville at this point. This is where we take your parking cards and all that. But we really can't say enough for what we think of the time, the effort, the ongoing projects. That there was a lot of stuff written on that proclamation, but quite frankly, I know it doesn't even touch it. There's just a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of way from. You watch these kids grow up, and they've grown up fine in spite of all of this. So it means you're a great mother on top of everything else. And I'm not sure what you're going to do with this puppy.
Never forget us.
We want you to put that.
This picture. Thank you. Of City Council.
Put that in the den, and
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
and reality is we're not going to let you rest. We've got lots of projects, lots of things that we're going to need your help in, and that, we're going to be calling on you. Thank you. There we go.
I just think it's important just to say thank you. Thank you for your service to City Council. And I just want to say a couple of things that I didn't get to say last week because I was full. Esther, I wish you all the best in your administration. And I know over the tenure, the community may see things differently from your vision, but I know you're going to steer the community in the right direction. Your commitment to good public service, good policy, public policy is going to shine through. You're a hard worker, very dedicated, and I wish you all the best. City Council, I don't know who the Vice Mayor is going to be, but good luck on the Vice Mayor. I kind of got a clue, but I won't say anything. But to the Vice Mayor, whoever that may be, just know that the Mayor's going to need you to hold her up. There'll be times when she says yes to so many things and can't be there at all the things that she would love to, and that she really needs you to support her. So whoever that is, please cheer her on. And to the new council member, congratulations, Gwen, you rock, and congratulations on what you're doing, and I know you're going to accomplish so many things. It's been a pleasure working with each of you. It's been different. We're all different people, but I've learned a lot. I just want to say to Tom and to Jamie, I didn't say to thank you last week, and I should have said thank you because you made me look good by getting proclamations out, answering emails, answering the phone on my behalf, and I don't know where you are in the building, but thank you so very much for all that you've done. I'm done. I'm out. And look, I have been at these council meetings for 14 years, so is it okay if I leave? Can I?
We would be amiss to not recognize our colleagues from the past, too. I see Brownie and Robin and Holly. I take real chance. Commissioner King, who's Steve Cogburn. There are a number of you who are elected and appointed officials in the crowd, and without your service, this just doesn't happen. So thank you. It's been an honor to work with Mayor Bellamy and to work with you all. So glad you're here.
Election of vice mayors that you got up. Did Asheville invite some persons? There wasn't
Yes, we do have a number of elected officials here in the audience with us today, and I saw our Clerk of Court, Steve Cogburn, and County Commissioner David Gant, County Commissioners Holly Jones and Brownie Newman as well. And, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say, oh, David King. I said Dave Gant. And I think we've found everyone, yes. Yeah, it's always. At this point, we just have a couple more things left in our swearing-in agenda, and the first of those things is to elect the vice mayor, and then I will make a short address, and then there are some other members of council that would like to make some remarks, and then we will adjourn, so just to let you know where we're going. So at this point, I will entertain a motion for the election of the vice mayor.
Mayor?
Yes.
Mayor, thank you. I think that being vice mayor, it's sometimes overlooked of how important and how wonderful opportunity that is, and every council has that vice mayor to hold up the arms of the mayor in those instances of ceremonial duties and filling in, and they really do more than that. They are in charge of a lot of stuff the public doesn't see. The boards and commissions falls their work, and it's amazing how important that position is, and I know because I did it for 2 years, and it was probably the greatest point in my life, and I think it requires a lot of willingness to go that extra mile, a lot of time, a lot of effort to help the mayor, to help the council. They're the person that sometimes in the trenches that really doesn't get recognized, and it's just an important task. And with great pride, I would like to place a person that I feel that's going to be very capable and very comfortable in that position and do a great job. I'd like to place in nomination Mark Hunt.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments? All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We have a new vice mayor. could speak from up there, but I'm a trial lawyer, so I like to stand up. I just wanted to have an opportunity to address everyone tonight about this city council in the future. But I wanted to begin by noting that an important leader of our time has just passed away this last week, President Nelson Mandela. And I've been thinking a lot lately about President Mandela and his struggle and sacrifice to bring about great change. And I was doing some reading, and I came across this quote that I thought was relevant to our community from President Mandela. And he said, "After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb." Well, and we live in the mountains, and we have a lot of hills. But what President Mandela was talking about, of course, is that even after one hurdle is overcome, there will always be more. And that's true for Asheville as well. As we come out of this great recession, we have worked hard to achieve accomplishments such as the lowest unemployment rate in the state, but clearly our work is not done. We are fortunate to live in a wonderful place, and we have wonderful people. We have a beautiful place with unique neighborhoods and a diverse citizenry. The people of Asheville find that it is important to enhance the lives of all people from all walks of life, such as members of our GLBT community, people of different religious faiths, all different kinds of families with children, older adults experiencing retirement, young professionals, and folks living below the poverty line, and homeless in our homeless community, and people of different cultural and ethnic backgrounds. But we share a common goal. We value building our community by improving our quality of life and the livability of Asheville. And really, what does that mean? What that means is that it's important to us to invest in our children and our schools, in education, in supporting a sustainable community, and we value protecting our environment, improving infrastructure such as sidewalks and roads, investing in greenways and bike lanes, and everything from multimodal transportation to hybrid buses to supporting the arts in our community and recreation, our parks, our U.S. Cellular Center, entertainment. But we also value fostering and supporting our small businesses and things like locally grown food and food availability. We are a community that's looking forward to growing and enhancing our River Arts District. And we also want to stay focused on truly affordable housing. These are the things, I've just mentioned a few, that build a community by improving our quality of life. And I look forward to working with this council on these important issues. But this work isn't done just in this room all by ourselves. This has to be facilitated through partnerships. You'll notice we have 3 county commissioners here, and that's no accident, because we value working with our partners such as our county commissioners, our legislative delegation, the other community leaders and groups in this community that influence the direction of this city. And most importantly, our people. Our people, our neighborhoods, our communities are a vital part of the partnership that will make us effective in bringing about great changes for Asheville. The future. We have great possibilities. I recently attended a sort of a college for new mayors at Harvard University this last week, and it was a really interesting program because I learned a lot about different issues facing cities and challenges, and I also met a lot of mayors who are facing incredible challenges. They are facing cities that have half the population they used to have. They have lost most of their employment base. A situation that would seem daunting to anyone. So we're lucky in that we aren't experiencing a crisis, so to speak, but we have a lot of opportunities to build upon. And we need to do this by a continued collaboration through the partnerships that I mentioned that benefit the entire community. And what your city needs to do for you is invest in this city to help bring about positive change for our community. Asheville's economy will continue to thrive as job opportunities expand. So we need to focus on economic development, community development, through, and you're going to hear me say this all the time, through collaboration, focused on land planning, and focused on quality development. We know that the pressure for future development is going to be continuous, and we need to be smart and strategic about embracing that change. We need to retain good jobs, but we need to grow more diverse jobs so that we're not beholden to one industry or another, but we have a strong economic base that is spread about. And we need to make significant capital improvement investments. And this City Council has already initiated a 5-year plan to do that, and it's upon us to continue to make those good decisions that result in great investment in this community. We also need to expand our affordable housing stock. We have made great gains so far, but there's more work to be done, and expect to see that as a priority. We need to retain our artists community. They are a component of the city that makes us special, and while change occurs, it's important that we retain that community. And we need to always continue to work to revitalize our neighborhoods. I've named a few areas to be focused on, but I believe that together we can work to grow our quality of life and continue to improve. And I'm committed to building our community by improving and investing in our quality of life. And I hope you'll join me on this journey. Together we'll move forward, climbing one hill at a time. Before I leave, I just want to say quickly that I want to thank my family is here, my husband, my children, my smiling children, my mom and my dad and my stepmom and my in-laws and my sister are all here supporting me, and I greatly appreciate it. And all the volunteers that helped on my campaign and worked for my campaign. Veronica Gunter is here, and she worked tirelessly. I can never be grateful enough. And I also just want to take a brief moment to thank Mayor Bellamy. I know that she left, but she brought honor and class to the office of mayor, and it's a high bar, and I recognize that. So I always joke that I'm still going to run around in the grocery store in my yoga pants, but I know that this is an office to be respected, and it's my job to continue to make sure that it is so, and Mayor Bellamy showed me how that was done. And finally, I have to thank my fellow council members. It has been a joy to work with the guys, and now I get to have Gwen with me. But truly, we have been a team. They are amazing and thoughtful people, and I have enjoyed so much working with them, and that's one of the major reasons why I'm absolutely thrilled to death to be able to continue to work with them. So thank you for coming tonight.
I'm really honored to have been reelected this year. I note that about the same number of people voted this year as voted in 2009. Shame on those who didn't, and I don't imagine there are any here in the room who didn't, at least who are Asheville residents. But it's interesting to note that of the same number of voters, the vote was much more skewed. The three of us who won election to council each had 2,000 to 3,000 more votes than the winners in 2009. I think that's an affirmation of general approval of the direction that Asheville's been going. So I think that's pretty good. I'd like to thank the hundreds of people who donated to our campaign this year. We had, I think, I'm sure the longest list of donors, lots of small donors, which is the way campaigns should be until we have campaign finance reform, and especially the 8 people who served on my campaign committee. They did tremendous work. I'd also like to thank and remind the endorsing organizations that I was listening: the National Organization for Women, the Western Labor Council, the National Brotherhood of Electricians, of Electrical Workers, the Teamsters, the Sierra Club, and even the Citizen Times endorsed the three of us who won council seats. They had overlooked me 4 years ago, so I was really pleased that I changed their minds over the last bit of time. My goals will continue to be, my most important goals in the next 4 years, local energy independence, because energy costs are the biggest single drain on our local economy. That's money we don't have to be sending outside the city limits, and more generally the local economy. Buy local, work local, and hire other locals, keep the money in the economy. And more broadly than that, sustainability in the broadest sense, and civil liberties, which is an extremely important thing to me. Civil liberties, justice under the law, and transparency of government are essential to a functioning democracy. So I continue to build on the civil liberties resolution that I worked 4 years to get through council, finally did this fall, started in my first month 4 years ago, finally got it there thanks to the AB Community Relations Council, Occupy Asheville, ministers of many faiths meeting in interfaith groups, the ACLU, the Bill of Rights Defense Committee, the Campaign for Southern Equality, Coalición de las Organizaciones Latinoamericanas, National Organization of Women, the police chief, William Anderson, who believed in it and bought into it, and the legal department of the city of Asheville, working together to ensure civil liberties to our citizens now and in the future. I can't wait for these next 4 years. Thank you again.
Hand signals.
I'm really grateful, first of all, to my wife Rachel for being somebody who has sacrificed a lot in order for me to be able to serve. I'm continually honored to be able to be in this position and meet people from all over the community who care about this place so much. We have so many workers in this community who are always working harder and trying to come together to find ideas to make things better. This community is, in many ways, the envy of the nation because we have so many people who are involved and active and willing to find solutions to the big problems that we face, and recognizing those big opportunities that come when we work together. I talked a lot about what I was going to do this term over the course of the campaign, and I want you to know that the shoulder-to-the-wheel approach that I've taken the first 4 years, you'll be seeing again the second 4 years, but it'll take all of us together with our shoulders to the wheel to get where we're going. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to say thank you to the voters and to all the people that worked on my campaign, the volunteers and the donors, and my husband, Lee. I am humbled by the confidence you have in me, and I will serve Asheville well. Thank you.
This brings us to the conclusion of the organizational meeting, and we will we'll hang around for about 15 minutes before we start the regular meeting of council, probably right around 5 after. So with that, I will adjourn the organizational meeting.